Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is, it's for you. Morning for me. Up early. Not as early as the other day when the dog had me up at ringing 4 o'clock. Yesterday, because the alarm was beeping. Call her my scaredy cat dog. She gets in my room. I have my door closed and I don't know if you can see it, there's a gate down there that goes by. So it's like double barrier. Keep that dog out of my room. Well, she got in, moved the gate, bust down the door. I'm like, get out of my room. I have a fleece-like blanket, right? I hit her with the fleece blanket. So I don't want to hurt her, but I want her out of my room. But it woke me up. I had to get out of bed. And then I realized what's going on because things starts beeping. I've been sitting in the chair. Doesn't she climb right up in my chair with me? Like a scaredy cat dog. Got pictures of her. Oh, my little jewel. She's so cute. She looked like this one. That's why I got a little jewel. Because this little puppy brought her. That little puppy. That was Whiskey's puppy. But I saw my little jewel and she looked just like this little puppy. Oh, and I got a picture holding her. I'm like, how can I say no to those eyes? Look at how excited I am. So, little jewel was for this little right here. Because I've seen puppies and kitties, and I'm able to say no. Yeah, they're cute. They can stay here. I'm going to go, and it's going to stay here. I don't feel the need to take it home. Oh, yeah, it's cute. Yep, sure, love to, but no. Right. No, wouldn't be fair. No. Where'd that go? My little mossy. Moss medicine. Don't get caught up in all the details. Don't chew all the details to bit. See, eagle medicine needs mouse medicine too, because eagles, they see those higher pictures, but when eagle comes down to the earth, they're pretty blind walking around on the earth actually, so they need that earth grounding medicine to see when they come down for those steps. That's a problem with me having such strong eagle medicine. There's this eagle clan here, over here, that I do need lots of help to see those little steps, because I always see that bigger picture, right? And I get excited. Everybody says your head's in the clouds and stuff, but it's worked out for me, okay? Enough that I keep going and keep doing it. Got the cabbage patch that I wanted, just believing, knowing that it's there. It's the feelings and everything that goes with it. And this is long before the books of laws and attraction. I'm sure there was things out there before, but before I started reading. And anyway, and this was before the law. Oh, when did I get my cabbage patch? I was 9? 10 maybe when I got my cabbage patch. I know. And I'm gonna be 46. A week from tomorrow. I'm gonna be 36. Oh, yeah. I'm hurting, so, of course, right? You hurt and you swing. Swinging. Oh. I'll tell you. Do not ignore your body. Do not ignore your body. Listen to it. Work with it. What else too? We've done enough suffering in this life. You know, we can learn just as much from joy as we can from suffering. But we got hooked into this side of suffering. I mean, I just mentioned that the other day too. We get hooked up in it's the starving artist and whatever. And sometimes we'll set ourselves up for that because we want to bring that most creativeness out of us. And there's this misconception that it's from that suffering. Right? Where did I see that? There's the whole slew of... Oh, why didn't we just read that in the thing? I don't know. The young one's dying at 27. Live fast and die young. I don't know. Whatever. But we don't need to do that, right? It's all these false beliefs and narratives and crap that we give ourselves or that we've gotten from others or, you know, misinterpretation. That's a lot of staying in our own minds, too. That communication is clarity because we're all different people. We all have different perspectives. So we might see in one way and think this one might see it that way too. But unless we open our mouths and talk, saying, this is the scene that I'm getting. This is what I see. Is this what you see too? That's how we know we're on the same page. Because, you know, I love that when the teacher came in and taught us that assumption. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Right? I'm one that will always called myself a cards on the table kind of girl. I'll just put it all out there, let the cards fall where they might or whatever, but at least, right? This is what's on my mind. I need to know what's on yours. I'm not going to guess what's on yours. And especially now, more than ever, I'm like that because I would make up those other ones. Oh no, they really love me and whatever, but then when it came right down to it, all those ones that said they were there for me. Not all. And I know the ones that are really there don't get offended by this. The ones that get offended by this are the ones that ulterior motives or whatever. Or still got their healing to do. Whatever that is for them. That's their choice. You choose to take it personally. You choose to take it personally. It's like I said, there's been enough experiences of this in my life. Throughout my lifetime, I can never talk about just one person. This is a big life lesson for me to learn. A lot of friends that I gave too much, I get walked all over. Well, it's not going to stop me from being a kind person. But now, I don't want to be one of those other ones that I saw always giving out over here going, and then they just take it and they leave me and I'm all alone. Because there is so much beautiful things coming into me that I don't want to ignore this. You know, and I know how that felt when I'm pouring it all out over here. And they just keep taking and giving it over there and then come around. Look at they're so ungrateful. Yes, give me more. Yeah, they're so ungrateful. They never say thank you. They just keep taking. Right? And they go around. They don't accept the help. And I'm like, well, that's not helping me. You're draining me, not helping me. Right? So this is my current things that I'm healing from right now. And have been on this healing journey for many years now. And of course, as things come up, right, it's cycles. We're in cycles. It's not about circles. It's time to practice those new skills. So we can keep going on in those same loops. And how has that helped us? How is that, you know? Again, right, it gets us so far. But then with that baby, why do we keep continuing to punish that baby? That's how I see it now. That's how I look at this body now. Whoa, look at that. 2, 3, Hawk Messenger. Seeking in that quest, we find that little inside. We gotta earn this little's trust again. I've been working hard to get that little's trust, and I'm standing up for it. I'm not letting anybody take advantage of this human being anymore. Nope. I only do what I want to do. That's right. I know more than I say. See more than I say. All of it. This insight's jobs. It's not up to me to teach anybody lessons. I'm just here sharing the lessons I have learned. You know, maybe highlight. Maybe you've learned a similar lesson from a similar situation. Or maybe you learned a similar lesson from a totally different situation. Well, we're all unique human beings here. We're all being human. No exceptions. Wow, one got upside down. Is that just the one? Or is that the whole thing? I got the whole thing upside down. Again. No, I don't have the whole thing upside down. Just a snake. So we're pulling snake out. Look at you sneaky guys how that is. Look at that. I show you. I just noticed, okay? Do I got the deck all upside down? Yeah, oh shoot. Now I just hid snake in there. That's okay. Snake will come out. So right here. You can't see that way. Let me show you. So now, see, so I thought, oh, I've got the whole thing upside down because I had saw a snake. Where does snake go? We're going to pull snake out. Oh, sorry. Ouch. Goodness gracious. I tell ya, it was. Oh my goodness, now snake is gone. Okay. Let me see. Here, sneaky. There's the moose. Can you see? See, so they're all upright. Oh, look at that. They're all upright. Wow. Boy, the frog Tension. There's a buffalo. There's a magic and the crow together. Look at that. There's the eagle spirit. There's snake. Upside down. Right? And then we go. And 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 we keep looking. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Transformation, transmutation, all of that. And you know what? I was putting those other cards away today. That snake jumped out again. Wow. Transmuting those poisons. Remember, what was that? When you got that new skin, it can be simple. We're going to toughen it up again. But let's keep that skin. Let's be soft. We don't need to callous up again because that's it. We get numbed out to those feelings. And sometimes, we need to hit harder to get those feelings again, right? Or we're hijacking our systems. Drugs and stuff like that they don't work properly. Transmute these poisons. And there's healthier ways to transmute these poisons now. Maybe we did transmute them before, locking things in. But were we really transmuting? No, we were stuffing them down. That baby's hanging on to them. What torture do we keep putting this baby through? I mean, that's enough. Where did that come from? Why, right? The pain to appreciate the pleasure. I mean, everything is there. Balancing everything out. Calling in all of our energies from the east, path of illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the south, the waters, the emotions, the childhood, the innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the west, the physical, the earth, the woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north, the air, the mental, the wisdom years. Walking the red road, earth walk. Right, we little sneaky little things, aren't we? Or spirit is sneaky how it moves through us. We don't know. Well, you know, we just bring this joy. We don't know how. Here we are. We're just little bundles with joy. Until somebody tells us we're not, right? I don't know. Up above. Getting out of my way, letting all my relations pour in. We get up to the north, the wisdom years. We see that potential when we tap back into that, unlocking the potential miracle that we are. Unlimited potential miracle, key to your own creative abilities. It all begins within. Creation starts within. Started within the creator. Whatever you thought, it started in this void. Everything that ever was, will be, will return to that void. I don't know, something just flashed up there. Message from the void. You're about to meet your potential destiny. Right? So that's when we get up into that wisdom years. Then maybe we know who we are. Maybe if we walked that path and we followed that, we return to that innocence. Not going to try again. Love that. Enigma. Return to innocence. I love that song. Always did since it first came out. I think it was late 80s, I believe. I don't know. But that's what we're returning to. The peace, that love, that joy. Been enough suffering in this world that comes from that hurt, from that pain, from feeling so disconnected when we're not. But we try. It's individual. We need to stop that. That's the law, right? We divide ourselves here. We're dividing out there. The law of spirit is there with us. There's the universal laws that we are governed by. Never mind man's laws. Man is governed, has to follow universal laws too. The spirit wants us to remind of that. That's the illumination. That's the clarity. That's the law. There's no law above the universal laws. No man law above universal laws. There's nothing that universe, that divine has given within that man can take away. And it's the illusion to think that we can give it away too. We do. We give away our power on all of that, but really, have we? Because it's inside. We cannot give away what's inside. Not in, we can share it. Right? It's just like our heart. We don't actually rip it in and there you go, right? Because, well, you need that heart to keep yourself alive, to keep the blood flowing through here. So let's look at that. Look at those laws. And look at, hey, the beliefs that don't fall along with those spiritual laws that we fell into, or whatever that is. I don't know. It's 25, my birthday is coming. Spirit east to the west, right? Celebrate, because you'll return to that spirit. We are born in through that eastern gate. We will exit out through that western gate. And then we will celebrate and rejoin, because then we will know beyond any doubt that we are one again. But we don't know till we get there. So it's all free will, people. You get to believe what you choose to believe. What makes you feel better? What helps lift you up? Maybe others around you too. I mean, but without even doing it. I'm not doing this to lift others. I'm doing it, to lift myself, and hopefully others will do it too. Or do it, whatever. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Above, below, and within. I definitely had enough pain. I did never liked pain. Never. I could tolerate a whole bunch of it, and I have. My body is just too much. Says no more. And did I tolerate it? No, I was not in my body. We learned how to disassociate. And then I talked about that before, all that clumsiness and stuff like that. We end up hurting ourselves because we're not in our bodies. So it makes sense, right? You're not totally in there. You can navigate it, bumping into things. All these things, I guess, to get our attention. Come on, get back in here. Pay attention, right? When you're driving a vehicle, you take your mind off the road. You got to be focused on your driving, where you're going, right? Otherwise, you take your hands off the wheels and where's that vehicle going to go? Right? Well, they're coming out with those automatic driving cars now, but, still. You're going to crash. That's what happens. We're just going to live our lives on autopilot because we don't want to connect in our bodies, right? We're going to crash. We're going to keep crashing. Right? Like those video games, it's just like starting over. Okay, well, we're still not looking where we're going. Crash again. Then it's up to us. Inside job. Inside job. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody's responsible for you and your life. You are. You're the adult. No blaming anybody else. As soon as you say somebody makes you something, you've given that power to them. I feel this way. Right? This person does this. I feel this way. They don't make me anything. They don't make me angry. They don't make me love them. They don't make me happy. They don't make me. Other people don't make me. Okay? Creator makes me. I make me. Okay? Right? Same with you. No exceptions. No exceptions. So maybe sometimes it's just changing that language just a little bit to say somebody makes you. What feels more empowering? Somebody makes you feel something, or you feel something as a response, or even as a reaction. You feel something as a reaction. You take a breath and then really feel it to respond. A lot of us, we just go out, react. We're all on reflex, right? Well, because we're all in this danger. So look at that. Look at how fear controls. We will serve what we fear. What do you fear? How about you feared as little? Serve the little. Right? I fear my little is going to keep suffering unless... Right? Why does that baby have to suffer anymore? We think as adults, we're leaving it with these littles inside. Remember, your body is an expression of that little inside. How is that body feeling? That's how that little is feeling. That will to do. What are you willing to do for that? That's an ace of arrows. That will to do. We all have that of free will. Spirit does not force us, right? It's man that forces us to impose their will upon us. That is man, not God. God does not force the will. However you want to call it, means great oneness divine, okay? It does not matter. We again get hooked up in that. I call it this, you call it that, and then we're missing the whole point of everything. Right, and isn't that there? That's how others that want to control too. Let's get them arguing amongst themselves. They won't see what we're doing over here. It happens the bigger scale, the smaller scales. And you know what? We can keep ourselves naive and think that it doesn't. Or hello. Enough examples in history. Okay, 20 minutes in. Let's go. Overall. Whew. Uh-huh. Overall, transmuted seeking and finding. Didn't that come out already? Hey, that made an appearance there at the start with the hawk medicine. For those messages, seeking and finding. And you know what? We can create self-fulfilling prophecies and all of that when we stay in our heads. Right? When it's other beings, it's that talking and sharing and seeing that reflections, that seeking and finding. We look at first inside ourselves again, right? Seeking and finding. What is causing this feeling in me? It's nothing's making me outside, nothing from the outside. It all stimulates the inside. The feelings begin within, right? Even any drugs or whatever, they're hijacking your own systems. They ain't adding anything to you, but they keep hijacking it. They can drain those systems too. So seeking and finding those natural highs, that natural pain reliefs, it's all there. Very magical thing is our breath. Right? Hyperventilating, all that. We make ourselves dizzy. We can take ourselves to altered states of consciousness, all with the breath. Because the breath is the life, and water is life. And look at that. You are life. You are living. Are you? Or are you just surviving? These babies just had to survive. Now it's time to live. Look at the magic in that. The magic of how that baby got you here to adulthood. Let's be grateful. Let's go inside. Let's go into that dark cave and hunt out this little baby to set this baby free. Ow! Hurt. 1-6, the will to do. You'll have to have the will to do it. Right? Those who seek will find. Or sometimes it's sitting, right? Sometimes you seek for so long, right? And then it's time to sit back and allow it to come to you. Allow it to come up because, hey, seeking and finding. Now, look at, we're looking at that reflections. You see? That's more of that looking within, looking up to the source because we've been looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many faces. Searching the hearts, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I bless the day I discover another heart. Looking for love. The magic is it's already inside there. I know that song just came on the radio. Listen to it as a kid and then connect with somebody else about that too. And it's beautiful how this divine works. It's magic. We think it's magic, but it's natural. We are naturally these little magical beings, being able to transmute these shits, feel those feelings and transmute them. But we go out there, we look for that place of belonging. We need to feel like we belong, right? But we do. We all belong here on this earth, no exceptions. So if you're not getting that from that physical family, right, seek and find that within you. Accept this baby. No. At least there's going to be one human right here. Right here. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to keep you safe. I'm going to love you. I'm going to see that magical being that you are. What is that for you, right? We're not looking outside anymore. It's looking inside. Because that love begins within. Everything begins within. Right? Creation all began within. Creator constricting itself. Constricting itself. Boom! And creating that expansion. So this is what we've done, right? If we're created in that lightness, maybe that's what we've done. We've constricted and, so until now, we're going to explode as humanity. That's enough restricting and containing and now it's time to, what's that, be fruitful and prosper or something. I don't know. So let's reflect on that. Reflecting in the female side. Oh, that's what I want right there. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're taking those deep dives in. That's returning home. We see that. We got to return home. We've left this baby sitting on everything. We need to return home inside ourselves. Soul retrieval, whatever. Right? Where we've stunted ourselves, we need to go to that baby. Let that baby know you're safe. Whatever age we stunted ourselves for, whatever it was, whether it was we were 3 years old, went to take a picture to show our father. The father was knee deep in shit. It wasn't about us. Now we're the adults, and we can tell that baby, it wasn't about your picture. It wasn't about your artwork, okay? We can return home. We are that shawl. Remember that granny shawl? Did your granny have a shawl? Or the aprons? Oh, I remember my nanny coming up and wiping your face off with that apron. And you pick the apples in the apron. I love the granny apron. I'm a granny now too, so that's it. We're returning home to that source inside. Everything we need is all there inside. And then we have something to share out with others. It's not about taking from anybody else. It's nobody else that completes us. We're all fully, wholly complete on our own. And when we see that, maybe we'll stop trying to take it from others. Look at that. Double. Look at that. That is the law. That is the law. You've already got everything you need. You are made in the likeness and image of your Creator. We all are. No exceptions. So we need to stop dividing ourselves, and we need to align now more with our divine laws, not man-made laws of controlling and trying to make everybody the same. If we were meant to be the same, we would have been created all the same. What would we learn if we were all the same? How boring of a world this would be if we were all the same. Right? If it was meant to be that way, it would have been that way. It's about growing and expanding. You don't grow and expand when everything's all the same. Okay? Okay? We do not grow and change when we keep everything all the same. How does that help us, huh? No. Ow. Right, okay. Whoop. And in the action. Let's take that action on that, right? So we're looking at those laws. We will return home. Right? Everything. That's the laws. Right? What goes up must come down, right? The body will die, return to the earth. The spirit will return up there. Everything returns home. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Just winging it. So, right, let's pay attention to those laws. As a 6 is there again. We can transmute those. If we have the will to do it, we can do it. Whatever, where there's a will, there's a way. That's my favorite. I was built with a very strong will. We're all given free will. Free will beings. Free will, not forced will. But man tries to force their will. That's where we get into trouble. There's the wisdom. We don't control anybody. Okay, even these babies have given away their power without even knowing. And as we get older, we can realize that we gave our power. We can choose to be wise. We get wiser when we are thankful for everything in our lives that help to create these human beings that we are. Or we can get bitter. Right? Wisdom is in gratitude. That bitterness is in that guilt, in that shame, in that blame. So if you're holding guilt, shame, blame, that's the bitterness. It'll just keep getting more bitter. But then again, we can transmute it and then make it bittersweet. I don't know. That's the trickster. That's up to us. What are the stories you keep telling yourselves? Do they make you feel better? Or do they help lift you up? Or do they keep you spiraling down? It's all an inside job. And so we must look at that in ourselves. And let's laugh at ourselves. If we got ahead of ourselves there because we didn't have communication. It's not clear communication, and that's where we're not all mind readers. That's where we need to speak and talk, right? We've gotten out of that habit of telepathy, although we could. We don't need those electronic devices. We all have those capabilities within us. Right. It takes too much work. I gotta practice, right? No. We think, no, that's too much work. We think it's easier. Get something else to do for it. Is it easier? Has it really made our lives easier? We think technology is easier. Look at how much it breaks down. I find it more frustrating. And more frustrating, yes, there's some great things, cool things about it, but really, right? Where did that come from? Man created that. Trying to be more like this, right? Whatever that is for you. Whatever that is for you. Look at that wisdom. Let's find that wisdom in the trauma, right? Because we trick ourselves. We think, oh my goodness, if I let go of this wound, I don't know who I am. Some people identify too much with that trauma. Need to claim these things in our bodies, but not really identify with it, right? I am not the pain in my body. I feel this pain in my body. I listen to it to see what messages it brings me. But I am not the pain in my body. I'm not this body. It's a part of me, a part of the greater being, which I am part of a greater being, which we all are. You know, a body of the human beings, the humanity. You know, we're the body, you know, body of earth, right? And we're self-expression. We are each an individual expression of the divine, a fingerprint, never to be expressed as you ever again on this earth. Whoa. Live that. The world is going to miss out. So let's nurture that. Let's get playful. Let's be playful. Okay? Not take life so seriously, but be serious about living life. Be serious about living your life, not just surviving. We're here to live and enjoy it, experience as much of it as we can. Sometimes those biggest lessons do come from that pain, from that suffering. But is that because that's what we've been taught? Right? No. Oh, yeah. Right? 8. Look at that. Get in touch with that woman nurturing energy, because we've been just in this doing. We're in a doing society, but we're human beings. Human beings. Can you just be? Can you just sit and just be? Or is that something that drives you crazy? I've seen lots of people that just can't sit. I feel unproductive. But what is that? Where does that come from? Is that from our own minds, from our own wills? Is this from the source? Is this what's been put onto us? Is this from man's laws or divine laws? What is that? I don't know. Well, crow stands for divine laws too. Look at that double crow. Raven. Magic. It is. It's dark. Oh, but sometimes we hid the best parts of us in that darkness. I know I did. That's the wisdom of trauma. When we're little, these babies get locked up, that essence, to keep that protected. So when the time comes, that hunter gets brave to go in and find that. We're going to let that light shine. We're going to find that light within, and we're going to shine it out. Right? Ow, just one. Just one. There we go. Ascension, the star. A 17 is on that one. Just the one. That's the grandfathers that have come before us. We connect with them, and we can see. Look at all that fighting. Where did that get us? Look at the misery, the suffering. The ones that thought, no, there's only one way, and we must do it all this way. No, many different ways. Many different points of view. As many different human beings as there are. There's that many different points of view. Whose is the correct one? Exactly. What works for you? We join our soul tribes, but we see we are all part of one human family, and we stop dividing ourselves. We are dividing. Divide you all. Stop dividing in ourselves. And look at that little star. The little star that's inside, seeking and finding, releasing. The grandfathers who have gone before us, they left the way they showed us, the peaceful path. We didn't have to go down with the fighting, killing, and brutality. Look at that. Everyone talks about population controls and everything. Well, look at this world nowadays. We don't need to worry about that. What is that? It's not our job. Natural selection. God didn't say here, you guys control population, all right? I don't think I've ever heard that anywhere in any kind of Bible or anything like that where God said the people control the population. Right now it's more like that's up to divine. We don't get to choose. Right? We choose for ourselves. We make those contracts, whatever that is, whatever you believe. I don't know. But look at that. There's been enough suffering before us. What has come? We think that we keep continuing. What's that definition of insanity? Continuing to do the same things and expecting different results? So, I mean, really, we're intelligent, highly intelligent beings here. Like, let's start laughing at ourselves. War. We see where it got us before. Huh? We see where the war got us before. Did it really get us freedom? No. It was man saying, no, it needs to be this way. We need to kill the savages. We need to make sure everybody falls in lines and follows one way. But there is no one way. Yeah, that's the magic. Man cannot change the laws of the divine. I'm sorry, there's always going to be that ultimate power greater than man. Always. That's the law. So just why not return home to it? Make peace with it because it's in you. No exceptions. All part of us. It animates us. Oh, no exceptions. Just the one. There we go. This sage is a self well expressed. That's the law. Right? We get up there. We see who we are. And we're going to express ourselves at that divine fingerprint that we are. Right? We express ourselves for ourselves. We're not expressing ourselves to get love, to get attention, to anything like that. It's because this is who I am. This is the reflection that I be. This is my part. This is my piece. Whatever that is for you. It's not that I'm doing this because I want you to like me, so I'm changing everything I can. Like that baby. I just need to be accepted. I need to get my needs met. I need love. And, if I cry too much, they stay away from me. Whatever, right? Whatever that is for your own babies. So, but then we don't express ourselves. We start changing the way we express ourselves to be able to get our needs met. But we need to return home because everything we need is already inside of us. Our needs are already met. There's plenty for all. There is plenty for all. Right? Let's laugh when we think that there was not enough to go around. Because there is always plenty for all. We get out of that scarcity mentality. Right? Because there's where all that fighting. There's not enough. So we need to fight for ours. Fight fire with fire. Nobody's there with the water to put it out. Come on. Let's get wiser. Wiser. Not more bitter. Over there, that trickster. Because we trick ourselves. We think we need to be something else. We think we are something else. We think we're only human. Oh, I'm only human. No. Oh, this is just the way it is. There's nothing I can do to change that. Well, let's... Right, here we go. Commitment to a way. That's what we do. We committed to the ways of society. Now we need to commit to ourselves. Commit to that little inside. What do you need? I'm the adult here to help get it for you. And let's get those needs met in more healthier ways. And not expect somebody to read our minds or, especially when we're a world full of doubt. So it's best to keep that communication open and not think just that anybody's going to guess what's on your mind or that, we're all on the same page when we haven't spoken about it. Right? So always speak like that. Communication is the big thing. Oh my goodness, had that with my ex yesterday. And again, it's the parents that need to communicate. If there's a change of thing, they need to. So you don't put that on the other one when you haven't done your job. Right? and then try and start an argument with somebody because you weren't clear. You didn't do your part. So we all need to begin within. Look within before we start pointing our fingers, right? Check in and check up. Check in and check up. Was I clear about my expectations here? What is that? And that's a lot of what breaks our hearts, is our expectations of something. I always say nobody breaks my heart except for me. And my expectations. And my of not wanting to see what was right there in front of me. How obvious it was when I was in denial. That's what hurts. The truth only hurts when we don't want to believe it. When we fight it, when we resist it. We are all part of this spirit, and look at that. And it's hurting. But then we start hurting each other. Because we're getting this all twisted in our heads. We're not being grateful for this life. You know, we're not committing to a way. We're just going out there, oh, blah, 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 because we don't want to feel this again. But that baby already went through it. So, you know, I'm pleading from your little babies inside. Please listen. Treat your body with kindness. Treat your body like this baby. Okay? It needs. It wants to talk to you. It needs to let go of this stuff it's been carrying. It wasn't the baby's job to carry all that, right? That justice is restoring that balance. It's not going back and getting it, because then it's hurting and hurting and hurting and hurting and hurting. So for me, even with this, and that was something controversial for me, that even those criminals, those worst criminals, I'm like, they need more love. You don't just lock them up and whatever. And I love that. Gabor Mate was talking about that too. There's compassionate prison systems, and I'm going to watch that more too. That they go in there, right? And these are beings that are already feeling alienated. They go alienate them even more. Yep, you totally are worthless. You know, harm to society and all that. But what did those little babies go through? If we start looking at others too, and restore that balance. We're all innocent beings here, okay? We all fell for some things, okay? Because there always will be those ones. There always will be those ones that want to control. That's why we need to get in touch with our own insides. Think of our own mind. Our bodies are the systems that let us know when somebody is trying to take advantage of us. And when did we shut those off? Right? Oh, because we got in trouble because we had to put up and shut up. So we turned those off. But now it's time to turn them back on. Turn it on, people. You got to turn yourselves back on. And you know what? There's lots that want to control that won't want that to happen. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't, right? Don't feel guilty. You know, if you're going to keep your light shining, somebody else doesn't want to, hey, we have the choice too. We can take on somebody else's stuff and then go feel guilty and hold ourselves back to, or go, wait a second. Free will beings. Everybody chooses for themselves. Right? We place that meaning. Are we going to place meaning on it? And meaning on other people's words and things like that. We do that so much. That's been done to me in my life too. That's why I work hard to express myself. No in between the lines. I try and state clearly here, this and this, if I know. Right? So that's why we need to express ourselves wholly, so that somebody can't take our words and then twist them. Well, they could. But then that's a red flag. That's a red flag for us about those people. If they continue to insist to push their views on you and not listening to who you are, and continuing insisting that, no, this is who you are. You can't tell me who you are because I know who you are better than you do. I don't care if you're living inside of you. I've dealt with enough people like that. Believe me, those are the ones you go, yeah, love you lots. I'm discerning that I need to keep myself over here, or I'm not going to let you any closer than there. Thank you very much. Right? And that's that. You overcome that doubt and fear, because then even blindfolded, we'll be able to tell when somebody is telling us the truth, because we're tuned into our systems. You see? And we have that faith and that confidence, and we'll always hit that mark. Or if not, we're going to shoot. We're aiming high and shooting for those stars. We're gonna land among them anyways. Right? We're following those grandfathers and seeing, look at how far we have come. We don't just carry that ancestral wounding. We carry those ancestral gifts and talents as well, right? Those traditions that pass on, the ways to learn in good ways. Because we can learn just as much from joy as suffering. We get to choose. The world has suffered enough. The time for suffering is done. It's time for us to dance, enjoy, and celebrate this beautiful earth that we're all on. That we are all not just part of, we are it. This is a piece of earth. Piece of earth right here. We are earth. We are the stars. We are all of it. Act from that place. Not better than all. All is all part of it. It's not about having power over anybody. Empowering yourself, shining that light so others can see that and empower themselves too and align their will to do with that divine will, because that'll never mislead you. Never, never. We mislead ourselves. We mislead each other. That's a human thing. That's not the divine love. No, we come here to experience that contract. Back up the spirit. That is all love. All love. That's why we come here, to experience the contract and appreciate the loving beings that we really are. I don't know. What's that all say to you? 4626. All right, happy Thursdays. Thursdays. There you go. You know what? I don't know. Okay, this one just wants to call me out. This one wants to call me out. My mystical shaman. Just want to throw one oracle card on there. This is the oracle cards. Mystical shaman oracle. I don't know why we had that heart of sky there that came out earlier. 4653. That's a fine, but that's okay. Ow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, my physio guy comes today. And then I go for a long drive. I'm going to celebrate my birthday this weekend. And then I have my kids next weekend. So I'm going to have my birthday party with my kids next weekend. I love that. It's my favorite thing. Children. Thanks. Not mine, but they'll always be my babies. But they're their own human beings. They belong to the world, not to me. I love them so very much. I'm going to do this, and this. My doggy's going nuts over something. There's nobody in my driveway, though. At least I don't see that. Up. Whoa! Look at that. The spiral and the journey. Spiral and the journey. The journey came out there, too, didn't it? I'm getting hooked. My buttons are hooking on the thing there. Spiral and journey. See, we looked at that. We're keeping that baby safe. Oh, I love that card. Isn't that beautiful? He's looking within. We're holding that baby safe in there. We're seeing through those illusions, pulling back those veils. We're all on our own individual journeys, right? But it's still creating that expansion. It's creator getting to know itself. The universe, the divine, whatever you want to call it, getting to know itself. We're all reflections of that. And we go in spirals. It's not circles. We're spiraling up. Look at that. I'm going to put those back in because that was the above. So Spirit wants you to know that we are spiraling up, below and within. Okay. Is there one to read? Thank you. One, we will read quickly from the book. There we go. The ghost dance. And when I opened up to put that last one in there, the thunder, I saw the ghost dance. Isn't that funny? Oh, the thing grabbed my thing, so then I'm standing up and I get a pull down, and oh man, it hurts. Just a little pull on my neck. Excuse me. The ghost dance. Wow. Okay. Right. There's our ancestors doing that. I'm putting that up here with the grandfathers up here. The ghost dance. The ghost dance. Here we go. Ghost dance. The ghost dance with the grandfathers. Okay, we have the thunder over her. And the journey. Okay, journey wants to stay. Journey, it's the journey. The journey. Journeys. My gosh. So it's grabbing me again. Okay, I know. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's the... I'm going to put that back here. The thunder. Welcome the thunder. Welcome a journey. Journey into the thunder. But let me read this ghost dance. Ghost dance. This last message. Creator wanted us to listen to. And 22 is the number on that. The essence. The ghost dance of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives, whether the past lives of this one human journey, because we can go through a lifetime as the baby, as the infant, whatever, or if you believe in those recurring reincarnations, whatever, to each their own. Don't know until we get there. But honoring all parts of your life. The invitation. The ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar. Light a candle to them and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you. And write a new story of your life. All of us, it all begins within. If we're doing that each and look at all, and we'll just spread that peace around. We create ripples in our own lives. Ow. The medicine. If you are trapped in a vicious cycle of nostalgia, mourning, a lost youth, or missed opportunities, it is time to make an altar for the ancestors. Collect a few photos, light some incense, offer sage, and open the windows of your home to release them to their destiny and to the wind. Be wary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime, as the people we loved or hurt have a way of reappearing in our lives. There is no learning for you there anymore. So again, in past lifetimes or in this lifetime, sometimes we keep returning in those abusive, toxic relationships. Read some there statistically, it's the average of 7 times returning back to that. So sometimes we keep going, but we have to learn when there's nothing left to learn there. My ex been trying to work on those communications and doing this co-parenting years and years and years. It does not work. Now, you don't negotiate with emotional terrorists, okay? That's enough. We don't need to keep going over and repeating and repeating and repeating. Now's the time to shift that, because there is no more learning to keep repeating and repeating and repeating. Definition of insanity, people. The world's gone crazy. Well, we can bring her back. Bring it back. I'll bring it back and bring it on back. And we begin within. Woo. Thank you. Thank you, God. I'm glad we pulled that one out there. And then we got that thunder. Remember, thunder and the other things is that the usable energy, right? That's where we get the usable energy from the spirit, not taking from others. Not taking from others. That's limited. So why go get our energies from others? That's limited. Why not tap in to the unlimited source? Just makes sense, doesn't it? Love you all. Biggest heart hugs ever. Thank you for being you, shining your light through in everything you do, because you know this world needs you now more than ever. To shine that light, to live from joy. We've seen enough suffering. Those ancestors left enough for us to see. They don't want us suffering anymore. There's no need to. We're here to experience joy, to live in balance, to love this beautiful earth and all the things that are on it. Including us. Part of it. Whatever. So that's right. No more divide you all. Let's come together. Inside. Love you. Let the light shine. Love you. Love you. Love you.